Welcome to a new episode of Architecture Time. My name is Brenda Luciotis Clark and I'm founder of BLOC Art, the local art portfolio where we represent 40 Latin American artists, which 30 are from Peru. Today's episode we got a special guest, Erika Zielinski, Peruvian interior designer and artist who will share about her different projects and career path. Will you join me? An emotions designer, Zielinski considers each of her projects as three-dimensional works of art, executed in a space that communicates with emotions and sensations under the premise of good energy circulation and absolute harmony. She works as an artist and interior designer for residential and commercial projects in Peru and abroad. Let's get the chance to know more about her.
Hi, my name is Erika Zielinski. I am a Peruvian artist working as an interior designer for about 10 years. My interest in interior design is to discover its potential as a way to express art. I started working with monochrome tones in this 35 square meter apartment. People visiting were surprised because a bedroom, a living room, a dining room and a kitchenette worked very well in a small space. But they were even more surprised when they realized that the walls in the social area were painted in a dark graphite color. A Peruvian diplomat fell in love with this design. She was married to an important Turkish businessman, and they hired me to decorate their mansion in Turkey, near the Tigris River in the middle of Mesopotamia. In the brief that we worked together, they explained to me that they wanted their house to be an expression of Middle Eastern culture. The design should communicate the importance of who inhabits it, since it would be used as a social meeting place for politicians, diplomats, intellectuals, and representatives of the religion. The great challenge to carry out this project was to understand its culture, religion, history, and even learn a little of the Turkish language, because nobody spoke English, and also compose the environments with materials, patterns, and a lot of gold, elements that I had not worked with before. When I returned to Lima after this wonderful experience, I designed a dining room in which I wanted to transmit the magic and the mysticism that I lived during Mesopotamia. I called it Dinner in the Gardens of Babylon. I used a lot of gold, designed a large banquet table with a water channel and yellow flowers in the center, and a hanging garden of bush topiaries. I also designed the tableware and chose antique gold cutlery to complete the ambience. People thought there were candles on the table, but it was an optical effect of the lighting design. Then I designed a kitchen that was going to be used as a social area for a chef who liked to receive friends at home. Inspired by the Industrial Revolution, the time when factories, locomotives, and the steam engine appeared, I used raw materials such as iron, brick, wood, and some copper details in blue lining. I did not use flowers or cushions. To explore different colors and emotions in my designs, I was inspired by Impressionist painters to create this guest suite. My goal was to achieve a fresh, welcoming, happy, and feminine atmosphere. The next apartment I designed celebrated the drama of the opera. I combined industrial chic design with Baroque and more theatrical elements to create these atmospheres of decadent elegance. In 2016, the Peruvian Ministry of Foreign Trade and Tourism hired me to design a restaurant and bar in Casacor, Peru. In this project, I worked with 90 artisans from the north of the country to create a collection of more modern and innovative crafts. I also designed the space, the furniture, and everything that was necessary to serve the public. The following year, we won a gold medal worldwide for the design of this project at the IDA, International Design Awards in Los Angeles, California. In this 100 square meter space, I wanted to explore the luxury and the glamour of precious stones. It was here that I began to investigate whether gems could be combined with more natural materials and finishes. I also started experimenting with black and white by designing a bicolor sofa for this room and combining different elements on the dining table, creating a sophisticated and elegant tablescape. On the wall behind the dining room, there is an oil on canvas that I painted myself while supervising the contractors. After years of experimenting with different styles and different colors, I was wondering if it would be possible to achieve harmony in a small space facing up to the most radical contrast in the color palette, black and white. That was the challenge I made to myself when designing Elemental Lounge, my newest project. I wanted to create a memorable environment with a touch of natural glamour, so I explored the Nordic style that seeks light and the Russian minimalism that is not afraid of the drama that darkness brings. I dared to divide this interior of about 60 square meters in half, integrating those totally opposite trends through color block to experiment with black and white in their most elemental form. My first inspiration to create this space came from my past work as a graphic designer, when I used to compose posters with black and white typography, creating positive and negative shapes. In those years, I used the letters as images, and I remember I would always wanted to take this concept to a three-dimensional product, either on an object or in a space. This idea evolved through the years with my travels and during my transition from graphic arts to interior design. During my last trip through Russia and the Nordic countries, I was very struck by how two cultures so geographically close and with such similar weather conditions were able to develop an artistic and cultural point of view as opposed as light and shadow. While the Nordic style seeks clarity and composes its interior environments with white over white, Russian modern design prefers drama, composing its spaces with black over black. So I was inspired by the extreme day and night hours typical of northern countries. That's why I divided the space graphically in black and white to represent the equinox, when day and night have the same duration throughout the earth. The focal point is made up of two pieces, the large amethyst stone embedded in the coffee table, and the rain-inspired lamp made of hand-carved black and white quartz that we designed in our studio. Both pieces create a composition that represents the formation of stalactites in caves due to water filtration. The space has a lounge and a bar area. The design is bold and versatile. It can work as a social space in a residential environment, in a hotel, or a restaurant. For styling this project, we used decorative elements that come from nature, such as wood, ceramics, gemstones, shells, textiles, and fibers. With these elements, we designed pieces of art, accessories, and furniture that were handcrafted by Peruvian artisans and artists. So, Elemental Lounge is a small interior in harmony within the absolute contrast, where the balance between the parts transmits a sense of totality and makes you feel the magic of a space where the impossible becomes possible.
What a statement. I absolutely love the vision and perseverance that she puts to make things work. Last year, I got the chance to experience Elemental launch at Casacor, and it was an absolute love at first sight moment. The way how materials, textures, in just two but very powerful colors brought the artistic feeling right away. Thank you very much, Erika, for participating in today's episode. And that's all for today's program. So don't forget to leave a comment, and in case if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Until next time.